I hope you're having a good day. I'm actually going to sit on the porch for a little bit, and I thought I'd talk for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go for a little walk after that. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about that Bible some more. As I told people before, that Bible is a combination of a bunch of different teachings and scrolls that they have found over time. And when those teachings and scrolls were put together, they ended up retranslating it over and over and over again. A lot of it can be looked at, if you want to look at it in a historical sense, some of the stories match up with real history, but overall, that book is for the spiritual realm of oneself. And so, I tell people all the time, a lot of times people go gung ho for that book, and what they're not realizing is that they're taking a lot of stuff out of context and creating a concrete world with it. And so you'll, as individuals, will each always have our own different feelings and teachings and stuff like that. That's why it's called the Most High's Kingdom, because it's the realm of which I am. And so ultimately, I'm seeing a system where people are pressing and trying to usurp over other humans and men and whatnot. So I'm trying to teach people that the kingdom is within and that we each possess the power. A lot of people have been taking things throughout history and not understanding them. In this predominant age, the reason I talk about Judaism and Greek Christianity is because I found the source of basically who created a lot of this stuff, and it was the Greeks, philosophers and whatnot. And even in a lot of those scriptures, the irony of that is when Babylon had attacked Canaan and Israel, the different prophets were coming out saying, "Woe to those who return to Egypt." Well, when they say things like that, they're not talking about, okay, so I don't know what the man was talking about, whoever that is, it's in a book. But from what I see in this day and age, from what I've learned, Greek philosophers went into Egypt and then they created Christianity, Hellenism. After they created Christianity and Hellenism, then Roman Catholicism has started to appear. Because a lot of people will talk about how Christianity was started when Rome was there, but really Christianity was being formed in Greece a long time ago before Rome had even interrupted. That's why the Theos is the God in the Greek Bible. And that Greek Bible was translated from Greek by William Tyndale. He was trying to teach people and show them about the name, because I keep talking to people about JB, because the J used to be Y and the B used to be V. So what they did was they changed a lot of language up, and so that way there's like a lot of confusion in the world and people can't understand what's going on. If you really pay attention, the core of these two religions, Christianity and Catholicism, are making a grave error in worshiping an outside pagan god. That's essentially what Yehohanan ben Hakko was trying to teach about. He was teaching people that, from what I have in written history, to love yourself and others. And then he even said the law of Moses is a void. And if you really pay attention, it's the I am who I am with the 10 Commandments. Because people will look at the whole scroll and try to add all that writing in there. It's just the 10 Commands. That's the covenant. And the reason why I've extended it and made it like 2 trees with 24 fruits on it is because people were doing a lot of stuff throughout history and destroying each other and not paying attention or listening. You know what I mean? So, hold on. I'm seeing a lot of Republicans come out and they're being really disrespectful. I'm listening to, what's her name? It's so forgettable. Megan something. And she's talking about how she's like, I got a daughter and I don't want her to grow up in a world where Kamala's president, and I'd rather have these men. They're talking about getting rid of DEI, which is diversity hires, and then they already got rid of affirmative action. So the Republicans keep talking about, we want our freedoms, we want our freedoms. But what they're doing is they want Project 2025 and removing affirmative action and all this other stuff. They're basically taking y'all freedoms while pretending. That's called a sheep and wolves. That's called a wolf in sheep's clothing. They're acting like Nazis. They're pretending to be free, because if you pay attention to the words y'all are using, you guys keep saying, I hate socialism and communism, commie Russia. A republic is a socialism. The liberals are the real Democrat, or the real democratic people. Research these words if I'm lying. They're getting people in a liberated country to say, I hate liberals. It's a literal mindfuck, and people aren't educated enough to go research on their own, apparently, and they want to go play around in these concepts. And so that's why I'm trying to draw people out and teach people and heal the world slowly, with one video at a time and with each person at a time who I come out to and talk to, because the state of mankind and man and humanity and women is, because I'll give you another thing. Kamala came out and said, my pronouns are she and her, and I am a woman. And the right went nuts. They started talking about, oh, she's using pronouns. Ooh. They're mad at because, like, I can't make this up. A pronoun is a word, and it describes another word, a descriptive word for a noun, not a descriptive word for a noun. Actually, yes, because if her name is Kamala, it's describing that she's a woman. So all those pronouns, woman, she. So what are you going to do? You're going to take all pronouns out of English language? They're being racist and bigots. They don't want a woman president. And if they do get a woman president, there's this Megan chick, I keep forgetting her forgettable name. She's talking about, I don't want my daughter raised in the world like that, where a woman can become president. I don't understand it. They're talking stupid, and they're going to end up harming themselves in the future because I don't know if it's money, I don't know if it's stupidity or group hive mind mentality, but I keep telling everybody, connect to the source. I am who I am. I am that which is. I am the King of Kings. If y'all keep following these religions, you're going to keep following in their stupidity, because Christianity and Judaism could have been paid off debts and stuff throughout the whole world. They could have been feeding all these people and building small towns and villages and stuff. So, you know what I mean? I just see a lot of stupidity in politics, and it's getting ridiculous. Elon Musk, right? And then I just seen the same Megan chick in my community page. Megan, she reminds me of Laura Ingraham, which is somebody else who's a yes massa, top dog Republican fool. But anyways, Megan something. Her name is that forgettable. Anyways, she's saying that Elon is endorsing Trump, but no, he's not. Alex Jones is all over X talking about how bad Trump is and how he's a traitor. I keep telling y'all, Trump was the one that initiated the vaccines. He was the president. But y'all, I don't need to argue in front of people. And he was the one that hired Fauci and all this other stuff. So I'm just trying to teach people to the best of my ability so they can start to see and they can start to understand from truth's perspective, because real talk, y'all out here acting silly, bro. For real. And that's a lot of times why I don't get involved with politics, because what I see in the media, even my baby's mom, dad, or my kid's mom's dad, their grandpa, he said years ago, he was like, rest in peace, Bobby. He said years ago, he was like, he said he don't mess with politics or get involved with all that stuff because it's all a scam. And I agree with him to an extent. Politics is supposed to be, it's supposed to be people making the country better and making the world better. But then they build up so much money and power where they become untouchable. They think they're untouchable. Oh, I just love when them towers reach up to the heart and try to connect to my throne. And then oppress other people, boy. But anyways, anybody who has a problem with my video title, go look up what J used to be and go look up what B used to be until German and the French, Europe. So, I'm really advocating for Kamala, man. I'm ready. And I'm hoping she does the right thing, because I'm getting sick and tired of people pretending to be a token, whatever you want to call them. And then when they get in office, don't seem to do anything. So yes, I'm advocating for Kamala, and I'm hoping she makes change. And this doesn't just have to do with Kamala. I'm talking about all the Senate, all the stuff going on between left and right, and fighting each other like little children on a playground. It's ridiculous to see grown adults behave in such a manner. And so I'm just hoping, I'm a patient man. I'll just sit back and couch 24, so that way I can be rich 25, if that makes sense. Because the thing about people playing with words and stuff in books is that they don't realize all their languages and stuff came from Africa. I promise you it did. And the ones that discovered language first had an intricate system on how to build an intricate web, so when the Black Widow comes, it can do what it has to do. P.S. Black Widows aren't all women, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe I should research that, but yeah. Because like I tell people, I came up with an interesting saying. At first I was thinking like, a necromancer with paladin-like powers. The power of destruction, but he uses it to resurrect the dead, give life, and do that which is right. But then I thought of a pal-omancer. Someone who just goes around and gives life to the dead. A good friend. Whose fire is gold. Who cares? I like every color on the rainbow. All colors are pretty. So, you know what I mean? And that's what I think about in terms of, when I think of humanity, I think of a bowl of multi-grain Cheerios. If you've ever had a bowl of multi-grain Cheerios, it's not multi-grain Cheerios if you take out all of the other kind of Cheerios, and they all have their own flavor. You know what I mean? Interesting thing about that, you can get multi-grain Cheerios on Wick, and that's about the only cereal with sugar you can get on Wick. But anyways, but that was back in the day though. That was a while ago. I don't know if it's still like that. But and like I tell everybody in these videos, a lot of times children shouldn't even be watching me. I tell them, honor thy father and mother. Children are to respect their parents until grown, but you have your own instincts in life. You know what to do. I thought I'd never advocate for kids smoking weed, but as an adult, it's legal in Illinois, so I like to remain the most high, if you will. That's why I keep telling people, y'all keep trying to build Trump to the sky and to the hearts. And if y'all don't have a book for edification, it's not going to last. Because Trump is a figurehead. Because a lot of times you guys are giving too much power to these presidents. And what I mean is media attention. Because the judicial system really has the most power. I'm just being honest. And y'all are giving them life terms, and they are super bigoted racists. A lot of them are. That one African-American dude on there, I am baffled by your behavior. and Congress, y'all. So, but the problem is, so many people are programmed because of this foolish media out here, and they're blocking educations, that the world is going into stupid land. Because you see different presidents were trying to set up health care, giving people cell phones, a bunch more food stamps, and people had a problem with that. Then all of a sudden a virus came, inflation, all this bad stuff's happening. So when people start to wake up, because I'm telling you, science, education, knowledge, intellect, learning, understanding the world around us, because those are angels, those are things, but using them righteously in a way that doesn't cause harm to others and helps others. A lot of people will probably wonder, what's the code or what's the covenant and all that stuff. I keep it in the video description. That way people won't be confused anymore, and if y'all do end up seeing me, y'all can wake to a new life and be happy. And when I say that, I'm just simply meaning like spiritually. Because if you guys can watch my videos if you want, and they're amazing, I think. I mean, everybody should be proud of what they create. But oftentimes when they say, well, you take the good, not the bad. So I'm just here to try to help as many people as I can, because my will be done. I'm a loving, peaceful, kind person. I believe all people should be helped. I believe people should be paid back. That was caused harm. If I see like the British and the Irish, if I was y'all, I would be asking Germany, France, the UK, the Royal Crowns, y'all need to be asking them for reparations. When you see African Americans asking for reparations in Rome, y'all always think like, oh, the black. No, I keep telling y'all, the Anglo-Saxons and the Romans, the Vikings and the Romans, and the Greeks enslaved the British and the Irish. keep telling you, y'all keep talking about the UK. Those are rich royal Vikings. I'm telling you all. And people with red hair and dark brown hair and black hair, and then people were, they even have it in written history that the line of Perez or Zara, I can't remember which one, was going up into Ireland. We think all that red hair comes from, and brown and black hair. So I keep telling y'all are mixed with African DNA, and everybody's of one human race. But so I just really hope that people start understanding and listening, and these reparations should be coming soon. I'm sure. They will be coming soon. And yeah, I don't think it's appropriate for Europe and all these other countries to have all these artifacts and ancient, because even if you think of it like tourism, if Africa had all its stuff back, people would be like, oh, I want to go learn about the real people who were smart, the real people who started civilization. All these, you guys are digging up mummies and putting them on show. Y'all are grave robbers. Once Africa can have all its riches and diamonds and resources and oil and gas y'all keep stealing, and all these diamonds and gold and all this other stuff y'all accumulated, once it returns to the source, then maybe Africa can start to build itself up again. Once y'all, France has assassinated I don't know how many African presidents. So I keep telling y'all, Rome and Africa and all these European countries, they owe reparations to a lot of people. They are filthy wealthy. All these royal families and everybody else. And so most of the time I will begin my walk down through the neighborhood. Enjoy some of this world, some of this environment. No, but you know, I tell people when y'all hear me talk, you know what I mean? Because I am who I am. I am sent me. I'm the one who frees from bondage and or binds whom I will for the protection of others. You shall have no gods before who I am. You shall not bow down to them or worship them. No idols under the earth, the sea, and the heart. Do not take who I am in vain. Don't kill or rape. Don't steal. Don't covet for thy neighbor's house. Don't commit adultery. Honor thy father and mother. Keep the day of Sabbath. Keep the day of rest holy. Take a day off from your working also. And yeah, I think that's all. So, and if I did miss one, excuse me. We all human, or we all have life within, and we know how it can be. So, I just wanted to talk about how proud I am of Russia coming out and telling the truth and giving some of the artifacts and the truth about the artifacts. I want some of these other nations. I see China and Russia are both going back to Africa to try to build and do stuff. I'm hoping nobody transgresses the motherland and or disrespects Africans and or takes advantage of people, any culture. You see, when I talk, I'm not just talking about like a specific people or race, because everybody's my people. You know what I'm saying? Humanity is a beautiful family. And so I'm just happy to see some of these nations coming back to the source and giving reverence to the source. And you know what I mean? Because I was watching a stream earlier and somebody said the high priest Yahveh. Yo, I got so excited I almost jumped out my seat. I was like, ooh. But yeah, like I keep telling y'all, though, those names is the real essence is I am, because the Most High is inside to make a kingdom of priests for us all. But forsake not the firstborn or the source. So, you know what I mean? Because it's my kingdom, I was told to say, because a lot of people will look at me and be like, he's being egotistical or vain. You guys don't know nothing about me. I've had a very hard life, and I've been a very loving, kind person all my life. I've always wanted people to be happy and receive mercy and just be free and be able to live life, you know what I mean? And so that's what brings me joy, seeing other people help each other and seeing other people be there for each other and whatnot. What's up? Not much, chilling. So yeah, you know what I mean? We all got our own separate journeys. That's why I tell people I am who I am. You are who you are. We all got our own kingdoms. Stay blessed, everybody, you know what I mean? And just continue to help each other, you know what I'm saying? Because The only way to grow is to know. And once you plant the right seeds, it'll become a beautiful tree. So, I just I say, protect children, look out for women. You don't got to be like these misogynists out here that are attacking people's character. If you want, I tell people all the time, when people give roles to certain things, that's where they mess up. Like I tell people all the time, if a man is cooking and cleaning and he's still a manly man, a man is cooking and cleaning. Same thing with women. People call them names and butch and all type of stuff. Because growing up in the 90s, I don't know how the time periods was, but in the 90s, man, we used to get fried. And when I say that, I'm saying we used to just use fiery words to attack each other. And we used to call it roasting each other. They got a show called the Comedy Central Roast. But yeah, it's just, that's really what prophets used to do. They used to fry each other. They used to use the fiery words. But also, that's what I try to teach people when it comes to the word and spirit. Essentially what that means is you learn about something or you hear something, and now the spirit of that thing remains and it reminds you and it teaches you or something. Just like the Ten Commandments. If a man didn't know anything before, but now he got the Ten Commandments, now he has the knowledge of something, and then it brings the spirit of that which I am. You know what I'm saying? But now it's the 2 trees in the garden, the 24 fruits. And that's really the garden that which I am was talking about so long ago. You know what I mean? But I'm getting sick of people throwing dirt on the name of that which I am, because even in them red words, I don't know how much of that was manipulated, but a lot of it sounds like my character being cool and nice. But what'd he say? And Satan, get behind me. Hey, put your sword down, bro. This ain't the time. Hey, woo, 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 woo. He was rebuking them and calling them. He said, do you not? Okay, so the man said, are you void of understanding? Do you not see yet? Are you blind? That's like me saying, hey, yo, dumbass, do you not understand what the fuck I'm telling you? Now, I'm not saying you got to use that type of language, but that's basically the same thing. He wasn't just going around saying, oh, I want to hug you and be here for, man. He was treating people life. So, like I said, I'm not trying to create a legion of people that don't understand what that means and then create dogs that are barking at everybody. I'm just simply saying, when people do dumb shit, sometimes you have to let them know. The reason I'm talking like this right now, speaking in that manner, is because that's how I talk, man. If I'm offending somebody with words, like when I go out in the general public, I don't necessarily talk like that. I told y'all before, even when dealing with religions, I told y'all when people are religious and they start talking to me, now to me it's a whole lore. Now we having a good conversation talking, but a lot of times when people are closed-minded and like, no, the Lord says this, or it has to be like that, or I don't like talking to closed-minded people, because they really don't bring nothing to a conversation. They basically just telling me exactly what the words on the page mean. That's like, I like talking about what's in the spirit. Man, how can I explain this? If I'm walking up to somebody and we're having a good conversation, I love having fun, talking, and just enjoying myself. But if somebody comes up and are trying to usurp something and take over and just, that's when it's one-sided. That's boring. That's one-dimensional thinking. You basically begging somebody to bow to you while being an oppressor while doing it. And that's what Europe's been doing for a long time. And so Europe is about to pay back everything it fucking just took. And all these other European countries. And it ain't just Europe. There's a lot of other countries in different places that's been on fucking bullshit, like the Semitic people. They've been running around, got all these fucking empires. Somebody building $1 trillion fucking thing in the desert. Where are they getting these resources from? The motherland. They got Egypt captured. Got me fucked up. So what I'm finna do is, I'm finna keep speaking my word and truth, and my shit finna get fixed, if that makes sense. Y'all up here digging up bodies and pharaohs and putting them in museums and taking people homelands and resources and stuff. Nah, bro. And they got the nerve to speak on Jesus. Keep telling y'all, Jesus means I'm a gracious pig. So, this one lady was talking about a dream of hers, and I was listening on stream, and she was like, hey, that's a dog. I told you I don't do dogs. Nah, but it's not even really a bad dog either, but this lady was in a mansion or something like that, or the way she described it was like a big house or a dungeon or something, but it was like a bunch of gargoyles and bricks lined up. And the gargoyles was looking and talking at people, and the gargoyle looked at her, one of them, and the gargoyle was like, what you doing here? What's up? And I think the lady's like, I'm here in the name of Jesus Christ. And the gargoyle gave her an evil look, and then something happened and she woke up or something. And I was like, I keep telling y'all, man, through the language and the words y'all are using, you're calling yourselves gracious pigs. So even the names out like Joshua, that's really J, right? And it's Shua, J Shua. You spell Joshua and let me know what it says. So, um, so I'm just trying to open people's eyes up and let them know and help them see that I am the Most High. I'm the King of Kings. I'm the one they're waiting for. I've been here and I keep telling people, and they don't accept this. I went to a whole bunch of Jewish people first. That's what really made it worse. Every time they kept rejecting me, I kept learning and trying to understand why. And I learned why. It's a bunch of Nazis in power and people don't realize it. And they're hiding behind lies. Every time I hear Republicans say, stupid liberals, I'm like, why are you in America then? That doesn't make sense. You like republics, right? You know what the Czech Republic is? I don't It's like people, I think this COVID thing with hurting the education the way it did, oh my goodness, it did a number on America. Y'all see what happens when education is disrupted. It made a legion of crazy people online. So, I'm just trying to help to the best of my ability. A lot of times people want magical, mystical videos with all explosions and all this other stuff everywhere. All right, but yeah, I hope you all can stay blessed. I hope everybody can have a beautiful life. I hope people can continue to see and start to wake up and start to understand life for the beautiful life for what it is. I see a lot of people miserable, but I can understand why, because of the powers that be, they fucking off. So this shit a wrap. I'm taking over. I'm making the world better, and we will be paid back. So stay blessed.